Assalamu'alaykum Ummahpreneurs, and welcome back to another video on our Ummahpreneur channel. My name is Abi Lasmar, and if it's your first time here, what we do at Ummahpreneur is we help support Muslim entrepreneurs through every phase in their business journey, whether you're just getting started and trying to get those initial baby steps in business, or whether you're an experienced entrepreneur, you're looking to level up and reach the next stage in your business journey. We are here to help support you, inshallah, and help scale up your income, your purpose, and your impact. And in this video, what I want to share with you is a blueprint, really a blueprint that I found to be true in my own personal life, and one that has been true throughout the 3 businesses that I've built over the last 7 years. So I've built 3 businesses over these last 7 years. 2 of them have gotten acquired, and the third one that I'm currently building is Ummahpreneur, which is my baby. It's my focus. I absolutely love this community that we're building together and this movement that we're building together, inshallah ta'ala. And I want to share with you throughout building these 3 businesses what has been the blueprint that I have consistently applied to be able to succeed, to be able to build a business and ultimately sell a business. And I'm going to share with you this blueprint in a way that is very simple, very actionable, and inshallah you'll be able to walk away from this video and be able to apply it immediately in your business and in your life and start seeing some results. So let's dive right in. Bismillah. All right, so what is this blueprint that I have consistently applied in every single one of my businesses that has allowed me to achieve the success that I've achieved and continue to be consistent throughout all of these years when it comes to working on my business, to really achieving results, and to constantly refining and improving my own skills so I can continue to improve as an entrepreneur and business person? Well, ultimately, the blueprint can be summed up into 3 core areas. And I call this the MDM blueprint. Now, the reason why I call this the MDM blueprint is because MDM is short for $1 Million Muslim. Okay, this is the $1 Million Muslim blueprint. If you follow this blueprint, you will ultimately be a $1 Million Muslim. You will be able to achieve $1 million in your business, and that's what I want for you. I want you to be able to build a business, to sell it for $1 million, to be able to actually succeed in entrepreneurship. Now, what is this blueprint that will allow you to become a $1 Million Muslim? Because the question is not what can I do, it is what can I become? The question is ultimately what can I become? And this really brings me to the first core element of the MDM blueprint. And I'm going to draw a little triangle here in the middle. Okay. And what we're going to do here is start to focus on the first area. Now, the first area here, on top of what can I become, I'm going to write down the first core element that you're going to need, and that is identity. Okay, so pay close attention. The first core element in the MDM blueprint is identity. Now, why am I talking about identity? When you really start to have a lot of time in business, you really start to kind of, what people say is you've put your time in, right? You've put your time in, you've put your blood, sweat, and tears, and you've been in this game for a while, right? You start to understand that success in business does not boil down to tactics. It does not boil down to which funnel you're using. It does not boil down to, are you on Instagram or TikTok? One of the core elements that it boils down to is identity. And within identity, there are a few core questions that you need to ask yourself and you need to always have a clear answer to, okay? The first question is, what am I right now? The first question is, what am I right now? And ultimately, who am I right now? Who am I right now, right? And how do you see yourself? When you ask yourself the question, who am I right now? I want you to really answer this candidly. I want you to take the time to do this exercise and answer yourself. When you ask yourself, who am I right now? What comes up for you? You might, if you're someone who's working a 9-to-5 job looking to transition to entrepreneurship, you might say, I don't know what you are, but you might say, I'm an accountant. You might say, I am an engineer. You might say, I am a father. You might say, if you're a sister, I am a mother, right? You might say, I am a daughter. You might say, I am a entrepreneur, right? However you answer this question, right? When you ask yourself, who am I right now? What you are trying to tap into is, in your subconscious, how do you view yourself? not only who you are, but what are your values, what matters to you, and what are you capable of achieving, right? Because when you answer this question of who you are, when I ask myself this question, who am I right now? Within this question, within the answer to this question lies so many beliefs, right? There are so many beliefs that are hidden within this question, right? Because when I answer who am I right now, and I say, for example, well, I'm an entrepreneur, and ultimately, if I believe that I'm an entrepreneur, it means entrepreneurs build businesses. Entrepreneurs work on their business. Entrepreneurs don't give up and say, well, I'm going to go back and, work a 9-to-5 job. Entrepreneurs move forward in business consistently, no matter how hard it gets. And that boils down to your beliefs. When you answer the question, who am I right now? That directly has an effect on the beliefs around who you are. And ultimately, after this, what I want you to be asking is, who do I want to become? Okay, so you might say, I am currently a mother and I want to become an entrepreneur. And even deeper than this, I want to be a 7-figure entrepreneur. I want to make millions and impact millions and leave behind a legacy that contributes to my akhirah. I want to show up in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment and have millions of people behind me, all of those lives that I've positively impacted, that are vouching for me, that are contributing to my book of good deeds. If that is your goal, I want you to map it out with clarity, with certainty. And I want you to get a full, clear picture about who you want to become, right? And a way to answer this question that will help you is not only who do I want to become, but a better one would be, who do I have to become to achieve my goals? Okay? So who am I right now? And who do I have to become to achieve my goals? Now, when you answer this question, there is one shift that you need to consistently work on implementing in your life. Who you have to become to achieve your goals needs to become who you are right now, okay? Who you have to become to achieve your goals needs to become who you are right now. The answer to this question should be the same as the answer to this question, okay? If you want to become a $1 million Muslim, you want to impact millions of lives, then you must answer the question here the same way you answer this question here. And this all falls down to identity. Now, you might say, but Abby, I'm not, I know who I have to become, and that is not the person I am right now, right? I know that I have to be more disciplined. I know that I have to, be more focused. I know that I have to let go of all of these bad habits, but this is not me right now. Well, then what are you waiting for? If your goal really matters to you, what are you waiting for? Map out who you are right now and who you have to become. And that should be here. Your daily goal is that this becomes your identity. Your goal every single day in business, in life, is to embody this person here. That the person that you have to become to achieve your goals. Stop looking at this as some external being that is disconnected from you. And instead start looking at this as the person you are today. And only when you embody this person, and this person that you are today is who you have to become to achieve your goals, you act the way that you think you will act when you're generating $1 million and you picture yourself and what you're doing and the life that you're living and how you interact with other people and how you interact with your relationships and with your family and with your spouse and with your children. I want you to start living this right now. And only when you start living it right now can you fulfill one of the 3 pillars of the MDM blueprint. We're going to talk about the second pillar. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. The second pillar, okay, there's no way around it, okay, is character traits. Now, what is character traits? Now, character traits is closely tied to identity, okay? Character traits is very closely tied to identity, but it is different. Identity connects to your beliefs, okay? Identity connects to your beliefs. Everything that you believe about yourself and who you are and who you have to become, a lot of this here is mental. A lot of this here is how you perceive yourself to be. Now, character traits is how you operate as a business owner, as an individual. And only when you shift your character traits to becoming, okay, to reflect, again, who you have to become to achieve your goals. All of this is tied together. Only when your character traits reflect who you have to become to achieve your goals can you achieve those. Now, what are character traits specifically? To elaborate on this, I'm going to first elaborate on the beliefs. And again, I'm kind of like just winging this video right now. I'm explaining this to you. There's no script. So I apologize if it's a little bit all over the place, but hopefully you're following and this is making sense to you. So if we look at beliefs here, when we're looking at the beliefs, there are a few questions that you're answering. Okay? Some of these questions are questions like, why have I not? When will I? Okay. Why am I not? Now I'm going to elaborate on this in a second. So if you ask yourself a question daily, like, I'm looking to build a 6-figure business. This is the first milestone that I want to achieve. And then you start asking yourself, as you start to work and you start to put in effort and you build a product and service and you start to market it and things don't work out the way you planned them to. And you start to ask yourself, why have I not? Right? Why have I not achieved this yet? Why have I not made 6 figures in my business yet? Is this because of I'm not good enough? Is this because I don't have what it takes? Right? And all of this ties back to what? Your beliefs around yourself, right? Who you are right now, the beliefs around this very important question. When will I achieve this? Right? Rushing yourself, setting a deadline, setting a timeline towards what you will achieve, and then wondering why you haven't achieved it within this timeline. Oh, when will I finally be able to get my business to a place where it's generating X amount? Right? Why am I not at X amount? And ultimately, what these questions do is they contribute to negative beliefs about yourself that ultimately contributes to a negative perception about who you are. Because when you ask yourself, why have I not achieved this goal, right? Now you believe that you are a failure. And so when you think about who you are right now, at the core, in your subconscious, you believe you're a failure. And you believe that you have to become the successful person to achieve who you are. But what if I told you that you're already successful? What if I told you that perfection is not outside of you? It is already within. And that you have to believe within your mind and within yourself that you already are the person capable of achieving those goals. And you simply have to embody those beliefs. Okay? Now, what are character traits? Character traits are what you are actually able to do in the day-to-day. Okay? So, of course, if you're lazy, right? If you're, addicted to dopamine, right? An instant gratification. If you are, let me put this here. If you have a ton of bad habits, right? You don't sleep well, right? You don't eat well. You don't exercise, right? If you don't work on your business, right? If you're not consistent, right? If maybe one day you work on your business and the other day you don't. If you embody all of these character traits, well, that's not going to get you to building $1 million business. Even if you believe within your heart of hearts, I am capable of achieving this goal, and I am the right person to achieve this goal, and I'm the right person to build this business, and God has given me the talents necessary to achieve this goal. And if God has put this voice within me to pursue this mission, it is because God has tasked me with the responsibility to pursue it, and He has made me capable of pursuing it, right? Those beliefs within you, even if you believe all of the right beliefs surrounding your business, if you don't have and embody and train and practice, this is not something that you either have or don't. This is a constant practice. Okay? This is a constant practice. If you don't embody the character traits, you're lazy, you're addicted to dopamine, you have bad habits, you don't work on your business, you're inconsistent, you could have all of the greatest beliefs in the world, you still won't get there. Right? So the second area in the MDM blueprint is you got to have the right character traits. And it's not, listen, I want to make this clear. Perfection cannot be attained. We all want to be perfect. We all want to have, the perfect exercise routine. We all want to make sure that we work out 7 times a week and that we eat the best food and that we never eat sugar and never have a cheat day. Ultimately, there will always be times, weeks, days, months where you are not perfect. And that is okay. Life happens. But the character traits that you want to embody should be character traits that you consistently work towards embodying, right? They don't have to be perfect, but at least every single day, you your goal, your aim is to embody those character traits. So your goal is to be disciplined, right? It's to not rely on motivation. When you tell yourself that I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m., you wake up at 7 a.m. Not because you feel like it, but because you said you're going to, right? You are consistent, right? When you tell yourself, I'm going to post 5 times a week on Instagram, you actually go and post 5 times a week on Instagram, not for 1 week, not for 2 weeks, but for months and for years. If you look at our Instagram at Ummahpreneur, okay, one thing that I can pride myself on is our consistency. We are always posting. We are always posting. We are always posting. We never miss a single day. Sure, we've missed actually days here and there, but we are at least never going to miss a week. That is certain. And this is what has allowed us to grow to 60K followers in, I think, maybe less than 2 years now. And again, this might not be impressive to many of you. Some of you maybe have 1 million followers in a few months. Awesome. More power to you. But I'm pretty proud of this because this is consistency. This is us posting every single day on Instagram, posting and creating content and posting, creating content and being consistent. And only when you are consistent can you actually achieve results. Okay? This is you trying to embody a proper sleep schedule, right? Embody a proper exercise and diet so you can have the energy you need to succeed. This is you embodying proper work habits that will contribute to your success in business. Now, let's talk about the third MDM blueprint element. So we talked about the first, identity. We talked about the second, which is character traits. We're going to talk about the third one here. And the third one is unavoidable, okay? And the third one is business model. No matter what, and again, this is why all of this ties together. No matter what, you can have the right identity. You can have the right character traits. But if you don't have the right business model, you're going to continue to struggle and struggle and struggle and struggle without seeing the success that you want to see in your life. Okay? So what are elements of the right business model? Well, ultimately, if I were to sum it up in one word, it would be product market fit. Okay? You have a business where the product that you offer is something that the market wants. Okay? So if you're trying to, for example, sell swimming shorts to an Eskimo, you're probably not going to make many sales. Okay? Because I don't know if you guys know what Eskimos are, but they live in very cold temperatures, mostly snow, and it's not an environment where you're probably swimming, right? If you're trying to sell swimming shorts to an Eskimo, you're always going to struggle, even if you have all of the right beliefs and all of the right identity and the right character traits in your business. If you don't have the right product, if you don't have product market fit, you're going to consistently struggle. Now, one more thing on top of that is I'm going to even say profit formula. Okay, so product market fit and profit formula. In terms of product market fit, okay, I'm going to elaborate on this a bit. Essentially what you want is you want a product or service that solves a specific painful problem for a specific audience. That can be summed up, if you can achieve this, that can be summed up in terms of the product market fit explanation. If you can create, develop, build a product or service that solves a very specific and painful problem for a specific audience, then you will most likely achieve product market fit. Okay? If your product or service doesn't solve a painful problem, some people come up to me and say, oh, I'm a mindset coach. Okay, that's awesome. You're a mindset coach, but what problem are you solving? If you're not clear on the problem that because mindset coaching is just, it's a tool. But what are you using this tool for? It's like saying, oh, I have a hammer. Sure, but where's the nail? You're missing the nail, right? So if you're a mindset coach, what problem are you solving? Do you work specifically with divorced mothers who are coping through traumatic relationships? Do you specifically work with anxious teens who have trouble at school? Do you specifically work with entrepreneurs who are dealing with limiting beliefs in their business? What are you solving? What problem, what painful problem are you solving, and for what specific audience? If you noticed in all three of these examples, I was very specific not only about the problem, but about the audience that I was serving. So you need to be specific about both. Number two, profit formula. The reason why we only focus on high ticket businesses is because you need to have the right profit formula to scale. The reason why we only coach on how to build a high ticket business, selling services, info products at $1,000 or more, is because this is the fastest way to make $1 million in your business. Okay. If you can charge $1,000, right, for an online course or an online coaching program, or for, a service where you help local business owners get more clients with Facebook ads. When you can charge $1,000 or more, what happens is for you to make $1 million, how many clients do you need? I don't want to, botch it here. You need 1,000 clients. Perfect. So with 1,000 clients in your business, you make 1 mil. Now let's turn this around. If you're selling $100 products, how many clients do you need? Already, you need here 10,000 clients. I would rather build a business where I only need 1,000 clients than 10,000. And you know what? If you can build a business, and many of you can, where you can sell a product at $10,000, then you only need 100 clients to make $1 million, right? And that's the right profit formula to achieve $1 million in your business, and ultimately even achieve more than $1 million in your business, and inshallah scale up to all the way up to 8 to 9 figures. So you need to have the right profit formula that allows you to scale easily, rapidly, efficiently, and that is what a high ticket business is for. And you need product market fit. You need a product service that it solves a specific painful problem for a specific audience. Now, I can already tell this video is getting a little bit long, and I don't want to spend too much time here and overwhelm you with information, but I want you to consider these 3 aspects in your life and in your business as an entrepreneur. I want you to ask yourself the questions around your identity. If you're someone who right now is struggling with your own limiting beliefs, if you are constantly battling a voice within yourself that says, I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes, I'm not sure if entrepreneurship is the right thing for me, you need to examine your identity. You need to map out who you have to become to achieve those goals and start embodying that person and realizing that you are already that person. The only thing standing between you and the person outside of you that can achieve those goals is you thinking that they're this separate being. But ultimately, that person is you. But you have to embody this right now. Okay? And those who understand what I'm saying will understand what I'm saying. Those who don't understand what I'm saying will be super confused and will think I'm talking gibberish, and that's fine. Okay? Now, when it comes to character traits, again, you have to figure out what are the areas where I'm lacking right now. Am I, constantly staying up until 2 a.m. watching Netflix, and so I'm waking up the next day with no energy and I can't work on my business? Am I not exercising and that's means I'm going through my day and I have low energy and I can't focus? Do I not have the proper work habits? Am I inconsistent? Am I posting one week and not posting the next, and that's why I'm not seeing results? I want you to be very critical about where those areas of opportunities are for you. And ultimately, do you have the right business model? Are you solving a specific painful problem for a specific audience? And do you have the right profit formula? Ideally, are you in a high ticket business? If you are not, I highly recommend that you watch. I'm going to link a training below this video on how we help Muslims and Muslim professionals build high ticket businesses. And I highly recommend that you check it out, because that really is the key to building $1 million business. These last 3 businesses that I've built, they were all high ticket businesses. It is one of the awesome and bestest business models, and I highly recommend that you explore it instead of trying to sell $100 products and get 10,000 clients. You can sell a $1,000 product and get 1,000 clients, and that's a much better way to build $1 million business. And that is the MDM blueprint, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that it's been beneficial to you. And ultimately, if you did, I want you to please interact and share with me in the comments what your thoughts were about this video. Inshallah ta'ala, I really take the time to record these, out of trying to figure out what can I share that will really make a difference in your life as an entrepreneur and really help you succeed and move forward. So I really need your feedback to understand, are these videos actually valuable? Are they not? Is there other topics that I need to be focusing on? So please let me know in the comments your feedback. Tell me, what is it that you want to see out of this channel? And maybe what is some information that you don't want to see? Maybe what are some videos that you don't enjoy, some videos that you enjoy, and how can I better serve you and better help you on your journey of entrepreneurship, inshallah. And please, if you did enjoy this episode, do go ahead and subscribe and like this video to support us, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Assalamu'alaykum Ummahpreneurs.